Hello, I'm so happy I got a hold of you. Welcome to another exciting episode of LT Showcase, and welcome to the top 10 games I played for the channel in the year 2020. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into it with my number 10, which is pretty surprising for me, as it might be for some of you, but actually, looking back now, I didn't play that many games in 2020, but one of the ones that really stood out that was a unique adventure. I had the time to play it, and actually, the longer I get from it, I still enjoyed playing it, funnily enough. Death Stranding. Number 10, Death Stranding. I can't believe it. Kojima got me. How the hell do I like this piece of crap? It's long, nothing happens, you're basically walking from point A to point B, not much happens, combat's not that great, and yet I liked it. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Maybe I'm a sucker for Norman Reedus, but yeah, Death Stranding. If you have 40 hours to kill and nothing to do and no work you can go to, it's a lot of fun. So, yeah, number 10, shocker, right there, Death Stranding. Now, number 9, a game that is arguably much better than Death Stranding. It's for the Game Boy. It was the first Game Boy game I reviewed, and one that was recommended by John Riggs a long time ago. Excellent game, Mania. I'm not a big puzzle guy, but man, was this a fun time. Digging holes, figuring out rooms, figuring out collections of rooms, finding secrets, beating bosses. This game has a little bit of everything, and it makes sense because it was made by the man Shigeru Miyamoto. And just a good old time. I hope you picked it up when I reviewed it back in, God, what was it, April? Whenever it was, because I know it's gone up in value since then, unfortunately, and it's probably just going to keep going up. A lot of fun, though. Highly recommended, especially if you're getting the analog pocket or if you have some way to play it. Pick up Mania. Definitely a franchise that Nintendo needs to come back to, or at least show some love to, because I had a good time with it. Number 8. God, you guys are really going to question my taste here, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because me and Jen had such a good time playing it. If I finally, it's one of those highs where you figure out an NES game and you can beat it. But man, if I don't really enjoy playing Back to the Future now, I don't know what happened. I'm sorry, guys. Please don't take away my gamer cred. It's a lot of fun. You know, there's a reason why there's people that argue for it. Once you figure out how to play it, the bowling balls make sense. It's a fun action loop. It's intense when you're throwing the milkshakes, catching the love notes, or not love notes, the hearts. When you're doing the notes, that mini game's kind of boring, but you can beat it. And then if you screw up, man, you can't even get through that last section. So a lot of fun, easily beatable. Once you apply yourself, it's good. So yeah, Back to the Future, my number 8. And going with the theme of games I played with Jen, number 7 for me is the Untitled Goose game. I still haven't played the co-op on it, but man, was that a fun time. There's just something enjoyable about being an annoying goose, going around doing goose shit and pissing people off, and just in general being a nuisance. There's really not much else to it. It's a light puzzle game. It's over in a few hours, but every time I think about it, I have a smile because, man, it's a funny concept, it's a funny game, and I wish I picked up the physical copy of it because it's an excellent experience. So if you can have a way to play it, check it out. Number 6. So number 6 is a excellent game for the Game Boy. I played it right after Mania. It has some origins, in my opinion, of how Mario 64 got its game design, and that game is Donkey Kong for the Game Boy. I never would have thought a Donkey Kong game would be something I would put on a top 10 list for anything, but man, is this game excellent. 100 levels. It starts off making you think it's just a cheesy port, and it opens up. You have all of Mario's movements from the beginning, which once you know that after you learn them throughout the game, you have reason to go back and play through earlier levels now with your new skills that you had all the time, but now you know how to control them. And it's just such a cool way to design a game. And there's not really been anything else. This is kind of the high point for the Donkey Kong formula. Great way for it to go out. And playing it on the Super Game Boy, you even get the cool colorization effects, the cool sound effects, and all around great game. Donkey Kong 1984. Number 6, Game of the Year. Now number 5. Number 5, yet again, I played like 6 Game Boy games in a row, and I enjoyed all of them. One stood above the rest as far as the genre of games I normally like to play. Not to shit on all the platformers, or not platformers, the puzzle games, but I love me some run and gun shooters. I love me some Contra, and you know I love me some Operation C. Man, was this a good game. Only if it had 2-player, I can just, you can have another, it's an old school 8-bit Contra experience, just on the Game Boy. Just on the Game Boy. It is every bit as good as the NES Contras, in my opinion. A little bit easier, probably, to learn, but at the same time, I couldn't get through the dang thing without using the password system, and getting through level 5 was kind of tough, so I'm glad I had it. But number 5, Operation C, excellent game. Now, number 4, getting to some of the nitty-gritty good stuff here. I did 8-bit RPGs, and the whole reason I did this was so I could play a game I've been wanting to play forever. My buddy Daria has mentioned it all the time. That is Cristalis for the NES. It is a Zelda-like type game, a little bit more RPG, and it is just all around fun. It's expertly designed for you not to get lost, except for a few minute places, mainly finding the necklace when it's in that random water spot. But other than that, I got through the game pretty easily. Just fun playing around with the different sword types. You have the different kind of spells you can use to knock down walls, and just the combat's fun. Leveling's easy. It's just a good all-around game, especially for an NES game. Something that complex for the NES is nice and was a lot of fun to play. So my number 4 was Cristalis. Now, number 3. Number 3 is a game that I almost forgot I played this year. I didn't realize it was the very first video I put out. And that game is the excellent Micromage's homebrew for the NES. Amazing game. Even with the problems I had with the original copy I had, the company, which is super cool, reached out to me, sent me a new ROM that worked. I got all my sound back. Thank you again, guys. I don't know if I ever reached out to you to tell you, but yes, everything is all good. Amazing company. 4-player platformer for the NES that is so freaking fun. Me and my little brother played through it and beat it in one sitting. That's how much fun it was. I can only imagine how much better it gets with 4 people. The video itself was great because that was when me and Jen were able to use our Butter and Brudder song, which we use for our dogs. And just all around a good time. If you have, I think you can get it on Steam. I think you can get it on modern consoles. I, of course, wanted to play it on the original hardware. Micromages, my number 3 of the year. Now, my number 2 and 1, I don't have actually, no, I do have a physical copy of it. I'll get to it when I can. But number 2 we'll do first, which is, speaking of Contra, the next best thing to Contra is Blazing Chrome. And Blazing Chrome was another game I played with my little brother. We played all through it in one sitting. I don't know if it was the same day we did Micromages, but still, excellent game. Everything you would want in a Contra game. Just so much fun. So much fun. 16-bit Contra as opposed to the 8-bit Contra of Operation C. And just big, explosive set pieces, awesome weapons, great difficulty spike. They even have some call-outs to stuff like Battletoads. So much fun. Blazing Chrome, highly recommended if you like that old school feel and run and gun shooters like I do. And number 1, I thought I didn't have a physical copy of it, and then I remembered I do, because it's the only physical copy I have on the whole damn system that I can't even play. And that is Rondo of Blood for the TurboGrafx 16 CD, although this is really the PC Engine CD. I said it when I played it, I was a big fan of the game, and man, was Rondo of Blood just a treat to play. probably the only one of these games where I legitimately was sad I had to move on. I generally get that emotion when I'm playing more modern games. Kind of the same thing I would get if I was playing a Hades or something like that. But man, Rondo of Blood is so freaking good. Lives up to the hype. If you have a way to play it, I played it on the TurboGrafx 16 Mini. I know they have other collections that have it on it. There's the thing that came up for the PS4, that's Symphony of the Night, another great game. Well, yes, my number one game I played for the channel in 2020 is Rondo of Blood. Let me know what your favorite games that I reviewed this year were. Thank you for checking this out. Let me know if you like this. It's fun doing these year reviews. I've debated doing this for the last several years, and right now I just kind of need some content, so I busted one of these out. So let me know what you think. It's been so nice getting a hold of you guys. Take care.